I am Darius, the Sugarless Crystals, your sugar-free destination of YouTube. Enjoy me. You know I'm guilt-free. Indulge. Today, what I'm beginning is like phase 2 of Sugarless Crystals. And what this actually is this going to be me focusing more so on soul food dishes. More so of my culinary skills, I like to say. That's what we're gonna do, okay? So today we have my cabbage recipe. It's more so cabbage and sausage, fried cabbage, whichever one you wanna call it. But it's keto friendly and super delicious, okay? The star of the sausage is gonna be the Penderson's no sugar, uncured kielbasa. I'm assuming that's what it's named. It's pretty much a keto sausage, no sugar, okay? Yeah, no sugar. That's about the best I can give you. I mean, but the pork is definitely humane, I guess the word. I mean, free of antibiotics, you know, the things you don't want to hear your animals are going through. We have lettuce here, my favorite type of extra virgin olive oil, salt, black pepper, smoked paprika, and butter and garlic. This is literally all it takes to make it. It's more so of the technique that you're using is actually going to make it wonderful. So we're going to start by chopping that cabbage up. Now it's an option to steam it or not steam it, but I prefer to steam my cabbage because cabbage is a water vegetable. Well, all of them are. Anyway, cabbage is a water vegetable, and what that means is it has a very high water content. So when you start to cook it, the water is going to leak out. So therefore what I want to do is steam it first, allow it to sit while I'm doing everything else, and some of that water will leak down. Now for this recipe, we're just going to do a half of a cabbage. Alright, I'm gonna charge this one to the game. You want to chop your cabbage up. What you want is you want strictly just pretty much cabbage shreds. You want them shredded finely. But see that little core right up in there? You don't want that. Like, I mean, you could eat it if you want, of course, because the whole vegetable is edible. To me, it doesn't cook well. So what I'll do is for the bottom portions, I'll take those out, and I'll really discard most of that. But when I get to about the middle part, I'll keep everything, because all that's going to cook down nicely. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm steaming down the cabbage, and I'm turning the cabbage down. It's been boiling for about a minute now. I washed it and I set it right on the pot. You don't want to just have it boiling and not turning the cabbage, because you don't want all the cabbage to just wither. You don't want all that to happen at the very bottom. You want it to kind of be even, as even as possible. No, you don't want to cook it so much, because if you cook it too much, then when you put it actually inside the pan, it's going to cook it even more, and then you're going to lose your texture. Just a little. You don't want to, it doesn't need too much seasoning. And if you notice in my actual recipes, I always use coarse black pepper. Like, if you guys not using coarse black pepper, you gotta get on it. And in the meantime, while it's cooling, I'm gonna toss a little dash of olive oil up there. Just a little bit. The reason I'm doing this is because if it sits by itself, what it'll do is it'll get like this dry texture to it. What this does is it keeps it moist. And I found that it fries better. And it'll stop the cabbage from like immediately burning as soon as you stick it in that hot pan of sausage fat, bacon lard, whatever you wanna call it. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut up our sausage and our vegetables. To make frying easier, we're going to split the sausage down the middle. Split it down the middle so that way you can lay the sausage on the side. As well, when you get ready to bake it up, everything will be fine in it. Gonna peel out garlic, chop that up the same. The whole purpose for chopping your garlic up like that is because what we're gonna do is we're gonna sort of caramelize it. And when we stick that in there and we get it nice fried up and golden looking, it's actually going to have a nice roasted taste to it. And when you're eating the cabbage, it's going to give you a nice little garlicky, buttery bite. And you're going to be like, ooh, I got that. All right, so we got a hot pan. We got our cabbage that's been sitting there and draining down the water. We got our cut up sausage and we got cut up garlic. Everything else, all the rest of the magic is right here. Pan's already hot, tossing the sausage. We're not gonna get rid of the juices from the actual sausage, but see, this sausage right here isn't releasing too much. So we're gonna toss in a little bit of olive oil to help it. That's about a tablespoon of olive oil. After that olive oil gets good and hot, what we're gonna do? Crown it. At this point, we're gonna let everything in the pan caramelize. You do want to season your garlic a little bit, just a tad, not too much. The sausage already has its own salt in it, so you don't want to overdo the garlic or the seasoning and the salt in the dish. Jesus, I can't get the words out. Overall, we used about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in this dish. I may add an extra little bit if needed when I put the cabbage in there, which I probably will. But remember, the cabbage already has olive oil on it itself. All right, so a couple more minutes with the browning or the caramelizing of the garlic. The sausage looks amazing. I'm actually going to toss a little bit more of olive oil in before I put the cabbage in. Now, if you use my cooking methods, you'll see how this actually feels when you do it. But if you didn't add that olive oil, it would not have this feel at all. It will actually be very dry and brittle. You shouldn't have any water dripping off the cabbage. It should have already left. You want to salt the cabbages. Again. A little bit more pepper. And a tad bit of smoked paprika. A little extra spice on top of the sausage itself. And a little bit, and a tablespoon of butter. Now what this butter is going to do, it's going to add this silky creamy film across the cabbage. And it's just going to be amazing. It's marvelous. Trust me, you have it. You're like, man! Put that butter to the bottom and let it melt. I've seen a couple different cabbages online. Well, cabbage and sausage, cabbage and bacon, whatever you want to call it. I also have a cabbage and bacon recipe that'll be out this week as well. But if it's not already out. If it's already out, I'll put it in the link below along with this recipe. Now the thing is, I've seen a couple different cabbage recipes where people didn't drain their cabbage and you could just see the water and the oil mixing in the end result, and I can't see that being wonderful in the mouth. Like I don't know. I can't see that being like an awesome flavor in the mouth. Cabbage looks great. Everything's already intertwined well. Has a nice color to it. All the seasonings are mixed in with each other. I see most of the sauces already, just strictly already inside the cabbage. So I'm gonna call this done right now. Time to plate it up, eat it, remove it from the heat. Before I get started, for those that don't know, my cookbook has released, King of Keto Desserts. It is out right now on Gumroad, Amazon, and Lulu. I'll put a link below for all 3 of them. And all recipes will be down below in the description box. So now that everything's done, we're actually gonna taste this. Between my cabbage and sausage and my cabbage and bacon, I actually like the cabbage and bacon the most because the cabbage and bacon features red wine vinegar and cherry tomatoes. This right here, this is more of a spicier side. Don't get me wrong, this is still delicious as well, but the cabbage is accented with a spicy flavor due to the sausages and the smoked paprika. Now, you can do regular paprika, but if you ever had smoked, you definitely know the difference between the two. The smoked paprika packs more of a spiciness and definitely more flavor. Cabbage isn't watered down, and when cabbage tends to be watered down, you can actually taste that. And I got desserts on my brain. Yeah, I got desserts on my brain. I got a couple recipes for desserts. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I am currently the King of Keto Desserts. I have a cookbook out right now, and the link will be in the description box below. I am Darius, this is Sugarless Crystals, your sugar-free destination of YouTube. And I'm not a chef. I'm an entertainer. Bye.